Today we're talking about a brand very familiar to my channel. It's a brand that offers incredible specs at an even more incredible price. Of course, I am talking about Canadian brand VANBANNER, and today we're taking a look at a very affordable automatic GMT featuring a Seiko NH34. I do have one of these to give away, so definitely stay tuned to the end of this video for details on how you can actually win one of these watches. So let's flip the camera and take a look at an affordable, good-looking GMT from VANBANNER. Whenever I feature a VANBANNER here on my channel, I always end up talking about price first. And there's a few different reasons for that, but the main reason is I want you to consider the price while you hear the specs of the watch. That's kind of important because you're getting a lot of specs for the amount of money that you're actually spending. So this is a $295 watch. I believe that is shipped. I have to double check that, but I believe that's what they usually do. And this is an automatic GMT with 100 meters of water resistance and tons of other specs. If you're familiar with VANBANNER, you know they put tons of Lume on their watches as well, and we'll do a Lume shot towards the end of this video. I have the blue dial in my left hand, the black dial in my right. That blue dial is a fume pattern, so it's sort of black on the outer edge of the dial, and it gets to a dark or royal blue towards the center. These get 24-hour bezels. They are bi-directional, and they are 48-click bezels. We'll do bezel action in just a few minutes. Both of these obviously get stainless steel cases. You have a push-pull crown. You get 100 meters of water resistance. You also get a screwed-in case back. That screwed-in case back allows you to see the movement. These get drilled lugs, and you get a solid stainless steel bezel. The dials here are actually textured, so you have sort of a leather or pebbled texture. It's somewhere in between. However, the dial is a sandwich dial, so that lower layer of the dial is all Lume. So there is a ton of Lume on those indices, those sandwich indices. And then of course you have fence post hands. Those are darkened, and those are also filled with Lume. You have a little arrow for the second hand. Again, you get Lume there. And then you have a white and red arrow for the GMT hand. And again, that is also lumed. I believe the logo is lumed as well, but we'll double check that towards the end of the video. And I believe that the crowns are lumed. Usually they do lume their crowns, but again, we will check that during the Lume shot. It says automatic and GMT. Automatic is in a stylized script that is sort of curved at the bottom of the dial. They've done this in the past with a few of their other watches, and I really do like it. You're getting a very interesting 3-link bracelet on here. It's not a Jubilee style bracelet. It's really a truly 3-link bracelet. And I have to say, overall, the design of this watch obviously takes inspiration from other watches, but it's a really nice, fresh design that I think looks really good. And the bracelet also follows that pattern. It's really a very nice bracelet with polishing down those middle links. And then you have a double push button, very nice, satisfying clicks on here, butterfly clasp. And you can hear that when you close it up. It actually sounds really good. Very, very nicely made. And you also get screwed links. So you're actually getting screwed links as well. There is quick release on the bracelet, but you also get drilled lugs. So it's kind of like overkill. They did put VANBANNER on the side of the watch. It's all matte finished. Unfortunately, that's what they went with. I really don't like that. I never like that. However, it's really not that noticeable, and I think it kind of flies under the radar, so you may not notice it, and obviously after wearing it, you would probably never notice it, but that's something I just want to mention because I always do complain about that when I see watches do that, especially higher end watches. But you know, considering this is a $295 watch, that's not a huge mistake in my opinion. The bezel is brushed, so the top portion of the bezel is brushed. I think there's a little bit of lume in the bezel. I'm not sure if it's fully lumed. I don't think it is. I think only that red triangle is lumed, but we will take a look at that in just a few seconds. And then you have polishing on the edge. So that does make it a little less grippy than I like, but that's only because I have very dry hands. It is bi-directional and 48 clicks. So very, very useful bezel. So if you are actually using this watch for travel, that is excellent. You also have a date right over here. right between the 4 and the 5 o'clock position, and that is color matched. It actually really disappears on the black version, as you can see here, so it's actually very, very under the radar. On that blue version, it's still there, but it's not incredibly noticeable. Here, it's almost under the radar completely. If you don't want to see it, you don't have to see it, and obviously when you want to see it, you will. You do get a raised sapphire crystal, and it does have AR coating, and on the back you do get a sapphire crystal where you can see the NH34. The NH34 does get a signed rotor, so pretty nice. Obviously the NH34, not the best looking movement in the world, but it's actually got a really nice case back, which I think looks pretty good. Out of the two, I really like the black dial. Usually I'm a blue dial kind of guy, but the black dial is really nice on this watch. And with those red accents, it really stands out. The blue looks great as well, but I think the red stands out really, really well on that black background. So very quickly, I'm gonna do some measurements. These are about 40 millimeters, so just under 40 millimeters. These are actually pretty thin. You do get 100 meters of water resistance, and you do have 2 sapphire crystals, so 12.8 millimeters. And then you have a really nice crown on here. The crown is a really nice shape. Everything about the crown is really nice. Very nicely signed as well, 6.7 millimeters. You do have female end links, so again, a lot of thought went into the design on here. So essentially at the case and at the bracelet, you're getting the same measurement, just around 46 millimeters, so 46.5 millimeters. Really, really nice. And overall, I would imagine this would be a strap monster. Really good looking watches, especially considering the price. You're getting pretty much an original design and tons of specs. Today on my wrist, I have another GMT. This is the latest GMT from Bulova. This is also a really great watch. Video for this watch is up currently on my channel. I was one of the first channels to actually have this watch or any watch of the new line of GMTs from Bulova on YouTube, and I'm really proud of that. This is an awesome watch. Definitely check out that video. That video is up now on my channel. There it is on my 7.5 inch wrist. You can see it wears really nicely on my wrist. Really great lug to lug on here, not too thick. Just overall a really good looking watch. That's the black dial. Here's the blue dial. Again, basically the exact same fit, the exact same watch, however with a really beautiful blue fume dial, sandwich dial with a texture on it. These really do look great. Well, I was wrong. There is lume on the bezel. There is lume on the crown, so I was right about that. So you can see the crown is lumed right there. But there is lume on the bezel. There's tons of lume on the indices, that sandwich portion, the hands, the second hand, and the GMT hand, all lumed. So incredible that they put this much lume on a watch that costs $295. I've said this a number of times, but VANBANNER really do a great job with not only the specs, but the price. I'm not sure how they make money on these watches, but there you go. Now, how can you win one of these watches? It's very easy. I've done this many times on my channel. I love to give away watches here. So what we're gonna do is a very simple giveaway. Add a comment down below. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Hit that thumbs up. Also, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. I appreciate that. Not necessary, but please do that as well if you can. And then I will be giving this away on Whatnot. I'll put a link down below to the auction. All you need to do is go to that auction on the date when I actually schedule it for, and that's really it. All you have to do is show up, be in the room when this auction or this actual giveaway goes live. You enter that giveaway, and that is it. And you could be one of the winners. Then what happens with Whatnot, it automatically generates a shipping label, and then all I need to do is throw it in the mail and it will be on its way to you. So that's really it. If you want to win one, definitely like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, add a comment down below, and then join that Whatnot live stream when I go live. All you need to do is be in the room and hit the enter button, and that is it. Pretty simple. Hopefully you guys, I know a lot of people don't like Whatnot. I understand that. I'm trying to figure out ways of doing this where scammers cannot actually be involved, because there are tons of scammers on YouTube, and they're entering into adding comments to videos. If you do it by comments, they add dozens of comments to a video, so they have way higher chances of actually winning, and they're using different names and different comments. It's become really, really bad. They're using AI in some cases. I don't really know what to do. That's why I use Whatnot. So far, I haven't had any scammers through that, so that has really worked well for me. Tell me what you think of this watch down in the comments below. I'll add a link to their website so you can definitely check out their watches. Really well-priced watches for really great specs, so definitely check them out. Anyway, thank you for logging on. I will catch you guys in the next video.